Michael,
Hello.
I think we may be live on YouTube for the first time in a very long time.
No. Really?
Do you think that's a possibility? I mean, it might not be. I might just be talking
It is. I
crazy.
just checked. It's true.
Let's check the audio levels there.
No. Yeah, I think this is something that we always get wrong. A classic Zach and Michael, very positive stream staple. I just checked. It's true.
Classic conundrum.
No. Yeah. It says an error. Oh no, here we go. Yep. I'm gonna tweet that out, I think. How's everyone doing? Zach, I didn't see a little tweet on your Twitter that says.
I have not tweeted out to you right now. Now, chat. What do you think about this?
Yeah, the chat can be involved in what the
Going
tweet
live
should be.
for a bit with @Michael Cusack comment. Now, you guys think that Michael and I are just comedy wizards, and who are we to disagree with millions of people? But the reality is, we really lave and we lave. We labor. I meant to say. Pardon me. There's a bug in my brain. We'll get to that in a little bit. Potentially a bug in my brain. But anyways, am I quiet? All right. This is why we have the ability to go.
Yeah, all right.
But
How am I
guys,
sounding to you?
We'll
Hello.
make some noises. Chameleon.
Hello.
Hello. Speaking. You're speaking and I'm speaking. And that's the craziest part of all. Is that
West Virginia?
Is that better?
I think it sounds good on my end. I'm listening to it too. But I might
give these people
very quiet.
Give these people about 10 minutes for it to catch up.
I can't give them that long.
Anyhow, I'll tell you something. We're going to try to look at the chat as often as possible. And apologies. Somebody was just telling me that the levels were screwed up. Anyhow, let's tweet this thing out and get this thing started. Now, Michael, Michael.
Yeah.
What do we start off on? I didn't remember what the old formula was. Was the old formula that we doodled for a little bit? We took requests, or was
I can't remember the pre-pandemic world and
guys,
what we did.
Do you remember what the pre-pandemic very positive stream was? Does anybody on this this is a Twilight Zone episode. Does anybody, this is me in the middle of like a big city, like, black and white, and I'm scared. Does anybody remember what the pre-pandemic very positive stream format was? Guys.
Zach, I'm pretty sure we used to be Flash animators. We used to make cartoons for online and we did streams and everything like that.
Yeah, no, we used to draw cool tunes. Michael, you and I used to wake up and like go, hey, like, have you seen this? Hey, you want to watch the new Curb Your Enthusiasm? Whatever. We shared cool links and stuff. Yeah. We would draw cool pictures, animate cool concepts. Now the entire global economy is on shutdown, and because of the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, because of the pandemic. That was it. Yeah.
If I would have told you, I mean, if I would have told you 5 years ago that the guy from The Apprentice would be dealing with and this isn't a political thing, it's just a fact. The guy from The Apprentice is dealing with the superbug. I mean, that's just a factoid. Now, anybody could have predicted that.
I could have said that the Dow Jones was going to plummet worse than 100 years, worse than 1987, worse than I don't think anyone that's alive has seen. On the year 2020, I could have said that, and President Trump would have been in control.
No, and I could tell you could talk to people that are 80s or 90s, which I haven't done, but I could, and you could say to them, how does this compare economically? Does this feel big? They say, no, this is bigger than 9/11, absolutely. And they would also say this feels as big or bigger than World War II in some respects, economically. Because at least in World War II, the working populace was still working.
In saying that, here's the silver lining. Here's the good thing. At least we're going to have 20 to 30% unemployment. The housing bubble's going to crash, so everyone's going to try and sell, which will spark a global depression, probably worse now than it was.
Probably riots, revolutions, political extremes, political.
Well, it's different now because of social media and the general psychological bubble we're in. We're going to crash even harder than they did in the 20s.
Well, there is another silver lining, Michael, which you're forgetting. The silver lining is at least today, despite me quarantining for 2 weeks. Basically not leaving. At least I woke up today with overwhelmingly aggressive body aches, and as of an hour ago, I have a fever. Now, I'm not trying to scare anybody.
No, that's not a joke. This is
not a bit.
I just want to clarify here. Before we did this stream, I was working and I just got a call from Zach, and he said he had a fever, and I said we should do a stream and just talk about this, and it's not a joke.
Not a bit. So now, the silver lining here is that I'm in Los Angeles County, which means I probably don't have it. Now, here's the good news. This is not a bit. This is not ironic. I do got a fever and I do have overwhelming, horrible, intense body aches. I feel like the coronavirus. But the good news is,
Oh
at least
God.
the global order is collapsing around us now.
Now, Zach,
Now,
did you think a year ago that on a stream you'd be declaring that you could have a pandemic Wuhan bug inside you?
no, I tell you something. I tell you what, Michael. When I met you, I did not think that there would be a virus swimming around my bones, and experiencing horrible chest pains. Now, the caveat, people, is of course now, and that's why it's called a very positive stream. I'm going to be tested positive for coronavirus. This has been the biggest Illuminati dog whistle of all time. We've been convincing you people of this for 2 years now. We've been warning you this was going to happen, people,
Mm.
and you didn't listen.
Um,
When we told
but
everybody to pull out of the stock market because of the very positive situation, nobody listened.
no,
Now
I feel like we're at the forefront of a lot of things that now vindication is sweet, but I don't like it. I don't like that my friend Zach is sick,
now I'm
and
really enjoying this horrible chest pain that I'm having right now. I'll tell you something though. The good news is, people, this is the actual silver lining. Good news possibly is I might just have a regular cold or flu, but ain't
yeah.
it a funny time to get this fucking thing? Now, with all that said, with my horrible headache right now, I feel like a little bit. This is gonna sound lame, but it's the way to describe it. You remember being a kid and you get really like sick, and you stay home and you watch like SpongeBob or whatever, and you feel like you're a little bit high, like older. You're like, oh, that's like almost like being high because you're so delusional. I'm about halfway in that state right now. So we'll try to make the best of this. This was actually, like I said, Michael's idea. I told Michael I potentially had a COVID-19 of the pandemic, and he said, "Let's do a stream." And I like that
Well,
idea. So
I just thought it'd be good. You have a lot of fans. Well, I think probably 100 times more than me, and
oh,
I just wanted you.
probably about 500 to be honest with
I
you.
wouldn't say that. I mean, I think less than that. I was just going to say I'd like it for them to get you a bit of support at this time because I mean, yeah, I think that they would be nice to
And
you.
isn't that wonderful?
Hopefully.
Now I hate to put you on the spot here. Now, resident Adam Paloyan, who's famous on this, obviously. Now he potentially could join later. Now, would you want that to happen, or do you want to just keep this
Of
between us?
course.
Well, all right.
Yeah,
The
anyone,
more the
anyone.
merrier.
Come. Let's all come and support Zach Hadel at this time, where you could have a bug from Wuhan, from a fucking bat.
Hey
Uh,
guys,
so
can,
fucking some Chinese guy killed a bat and wanted to eat it. Oh, that's good.
but
No,
it's
my
but
friend
it's
Zach,
yeah.
right at the time, right at the peak of our careers, right when things are going well, my friend Zach has a bat bug. That's good. That's what I wanted to
At
happen in
least I've got a
2020.
horrible at least I got a horrible fever that is going up incrementally every time I check. All
No,
right.
at least no. I was just gonna say at least going from Newgrounds, going to YouTube, and now the fact that we're slightly getting a little bit successful, nearly getting to the point where we could be removed from YouTube. That's when you get the pandemic bug. That's of course.
Now,
I mean, that's how it's
does
supposed to
anybody in
happen.
the chat, did anybody in the chat feel like their lives were getting pretty decent right before this horrible pandemic? Because I've talked to a bunch of people that have said, oh, it's funny, my life started feeling pretty good right before this evil virus hit. Now, I don't think that this is the world pulling some kind of trick on us. It's just, it's real awful, ain't it? Uh,
It's not good.
yeah, a lot of yeses. Some people are saying no. Some people just are all around miserable, and this pandemic is probably making some people feel even more depressed. But there's a good amount of yeps in here. I feel like some people started going to the gym. Some people, started learning how to make their bed and daily
I
organization and routine.
I
I
do think
just
there's
got a
something.
dream job
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. That's what username
Yeah.
Adam says. He got a dream job before this pandemic.
Look, I think we're all living a bit luxurious before all of this. I'm not going to say this is a positive, but I'd like to take some positive aspect from. I think we'll learn from this
No,
whole
he won't.
evil bat bug pandemic.
No, 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 no.
Hopefully.
This little bug, Michael, is gonna kill about I don't know, probably 95% of the world population, and
Here's the good news. At least the Spanish flu had three evolutions and it got worse and worse. And
three evolutions.
it could mutate to the point where it kills 40% of people instead of 4%. So at least there's that.
Now, what does the chat think? Do guys, do we rate the pandemic bug cringe, or do we rate it cool sunglasses emoji? Let's get a
Yeah,
rating
so
system.
sunglasses, epic cringe or just cringe?
Now, while the chat debates over that, and while I can feel the inside of my skull pulsating,
Oh, Zach.
now I'm doing that as a bit, people. I'm not looking for sympathy. I mean it sincerely. I don't want anybody to be concerned. I'll tell you this: if I do have it, I'm in the fucking age group. And by the way, I have to say also that Michael can vouch for this. I have taken extreme precaution. It's just one of those things. The last time I went out was to get groceries, and I wore the gloves, and I wore the mask, and everybody was social distancing. But even prior to that, I stocked up. Like a month ago, like right when it hit Washington State, I went and I stocked up on a bunch of groceries. And my logic was, well, I just don't want to, my logic the whole time has been I don't want to get it and spread it to somebody else. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So if I do have it, I got it. There's nothing I can do besides either die of it. But the thing is, here's the good news. I was talking to Michael about this. There's no bubble in the universe that says there's not a code in physics that says Zach Hadel can't die for.
No, there's no rule that says the creator of Hellbenders can't die from this.
No. Now the good news is I don't think I will, but realistically, there's not a protective bubble around me that they're like, ooh, I've got Twitter followers. This was shit.
Yeah, it means nothing.
I saw a guy from
all that shit means nothing anymore.
I saw a famous chef TV guy died at 59 from the coronavirus in New York City. That's at least.
Oh God.
Look, people, let's not
Well,
let's not panic,
thought,
guys.
We should just say too that we're not for certain that Zach has.
I want to clarify that hardcore.
And I would like to say we're not here to exploit it or anything. We didn't know what to do, and I thought a bit of support for Zach right now would be nice.
Now also the part of this is
there's also it might be everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be good.
Look,
Zach's got good lungs. I've always said you had good lungs.
Day one I met Michael. He shook my head. He said, "You've got good lungs, don't you?" And he smiled.
I said in 2020 when our lives were going good, when things were happening well that we can't talk about now because we're so excited about it, I said that you'd get the Wuhan pandemic bug and your lungs would be fine. You'd be able to survive, and we'd do a little stream. That's exactly what I said.
No, and that's crazy because that's the first thing you said to me when I first met you. You know what I mean?
No, I know. Yeah. It's just weird.
You said I got a feeling in about 5 years that you're gonna get the bug, and then you're gonna be doing a peptide. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
But again, clarification, jokes aside, no sympathy. Don't donate or anything. We'll be fine, okay?
No, don't donate. Don't donate.
It's purely for comedy. Don't. Now let's get some suggestions from the chat. Now I think suggestion 1 is me green and dead. I think is what everybody wants to see.
Actually, Zach, can we just say if we do get donations today, do you want to put it towards?
Yeah. All right. Let's do that. Let's do that.
I was just gonna say people are gonna donate whether we say. Not to.
All right, let's do that.
Any money we get today, we'll pick something good that the coronavirus is affecting, and maybe you guys can tweet us about that.
You guys can all pick it, and also that's not for internet points. We're evil people. We don't give to charity ever, so this is not also for publicity.
I just thought that because people.
I think that's a good idea. Whatever is donated, we will figure out a place to give it to after this, and we'll give it to some.
And maybe too, some of it we can scrap off for Zach's funeral.
I think we'll scrap off 90% just as a transaction fee. We'll give maybe.
Coronavirus. What the fuck? How did we end up here? How we go from the YOLO guy and the Hellbenders guy? Talking on Skype to you've got the pandemic bug.
Well, Michael, at least I'm gonna look like this in about.
Oh no! Can you open the window and let some sunlight in? Because I've heard sunlight kills the COVID-19 little bugs.
Are you doing a bit? No, surely sunlight doesn't kill a fucking virus.
I heard if in darker places that it can survive long. Now I don't want to give misinformation, but sunlight's good anyway. So you should. I
heard if you chant the Islamic prayer from the Quran, apparently this thing bursts into fucking flames. I heard.
Gosh, my stomach hurts. I've got an evil feeling in my tummy.
Now, Michael, this is gonna be me in about a week.
No, you're gonna live. You're gonna be fine.
Chat. When I do die from this horrible virus, this is not a bit again. I have to reiterate. I'm not doing a bit. When I die from this virus, can everybody please Photoshop me dead like this? By the way, this isn't even fully colored. I gotta make it green first.
Out of support too.
Yeah, this is gonna be me in about a week. I feel like.
Michael, I don't think you're green. Surely not.
No, because I'd be dead. Michael, can you do me a favor? I'll try to keep a look at the chat, but whatever you can, just take a look at that chat. Now, guys, thumbs up.
Saga just got it from licking toilet seats. Admit it. Did you do that?
I did suck human shit off toilet seats, but I don't think that was related. I washed my hands afterwards.
Carlo Maple says, Zach, what have you been doing in the last year? Seems a bit aggressive.
Michael, why don't you answer that for me?
we've both been just working on a lot of stuff that we wish we could talk about, and I guess we could be, but I guess we
Here's
want to
the
save it.
Yeah. Here's the deal. We're under this. People will love this. This will really increase our popularity by about 10 percentage points. When I say this, we are under zero contractual obligation to keep what we're working on hidden or like under wraps. We just want to do it from an not from an artistic thing, but just you guys have seen it. I've been a victim to it myself, where I say working on something big, and then I never, or I put screenshots out and then it just never comes out. We'd rather you guys know nothing, and then that way, if it falls through, which it hasn't, but that way, if it falls through, there's no loss. You know what I mean? So
I've always liked it when things just drop,
just things come out. That's what we're going for. And if nothing comes out, then oops. But if something does, then we hope you'll like it when it drops.
I guess the thing that could fuck it up would be one of us getting like some kind of pandemic bug. I guess
well, that wouldn't happen. That's like a nuclear bomb going up. Of course, we couldn't get a pandemic bug, Michael. Oh.
Oh no. I hate this.
This isn't a dream, and let's just for safe measure. About every 20 minutes, I've been doing this. Let's measure the old. But this, by the way, this is going up my what my CRAP hole.
I don't want to hear that. Okay. Low bet says, Zach, do you come?
Mm. Oh, 99.5. It's higher now. That's wonderful. Now, just for the reference, people, my average body temperature is about 1.5 degrees lower than most people, so I usually sit about 96.5 or 97. It's just always been like that. But it went from 96.4 today to 97.6. Luckily, again, I feel fine, but I undoubtedly got a fever. It's almost 100. It's only been going up. Now, luckily, again, I reiterate, I stress, jokes aside, could be anything. It's also the end of flu season, but the much funnier option is that I have the pandemic bug. Now, I will say,
there'll be some comedy to mine from you having coronavirus.
yes, yeah. Someone said 95.5 or 99.5 is a mild fever. It is, but I have to stress that my body temperature, for me, throughout my whole life, a temperature like a fever has been about 98. It's been about a point and a half lower than what it mostly has been for most people. But luckily, again, I feel fine, except for the horrible, horrible body aches and the fever. I'll let you draw.
Gun says, so what you're saying is that you're working on something big that's dropping on Friday. No, that's not a question. My friend Zach, please put this in your pocket. Visit Buffalo says, my friend Zach, please put this in your pocket. The time for boomers and overinflated housing markets is over. That's a bit rebellion minded. We're just trying to stay positive, guys.
Now, guys, let's get some suggestions here.
Yeah, we'll keep it as a regular, very positive stream like you
used. Yeah. The horrible bug aside. Now,
yeah.
is this a time? Is this a time? Is this a time that you think we should? Is this a time you think we should add on Crazy Friend Adam? Yes or no?
Well, is he here? Is he around?
He's here. Yeah, he's ready to jump in. So
okay.
I'll throw him in there, and if he comes,
pull him in right now.
Zach, please do Screw to the Void. I wish I could right now. Number one, it's a little bit late. Number two, I just don't want to do it. Everyone's home. Everyone's in their apartments. Usually, I'm the only fucking loner who's home alone to do that kind of stuff. But maybe next stream we'll give you a big, beautiful, fucking primitive.
Hello. Oh, Adam P.
Adam, you are live.
Welcome to the crazy stream.
You are actually live. I'm not doing a bit. You're live right now. So anything you say can and will be held against you. And also find some headphones if you can find them.
Oh, you hear back feed?
It just sounds like.
It sounds like crud, Adam. It sounds like absolute crud.
And my friend Michael does not lie.
No, I do's not never lied before. Adam, how are you?
I went to get headphones, motherfucker. Wait, is it really bad sounding?
It really does sound horrible, but I think it'll be manageable. Let's just see what the chat says.
Is now better?
Still sounds like you're talking in some type of bathroom or.
Someone said something about Greblo. I will say, let's just get this out of the way. Greblo is not what Michael and I are working on. That is not a thing. just to get that out there into the ether, we might as well get that out now. It's not nobody looked for. It's nothing that anybody's seen before. It's not Hellbenders. It's not Greblo. It's a whole new thing. Zach may offer you an egg in these trying times. Well, that's a lovely offer, and that seems from the heart. And my brain's a little bit dead, so you guys have to help me here. I'm experiencing mental slowness right now. I apologize.
Adam, did Zach tell you?
Oh, no, I told Adam about the bug. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. I think I've asked about 30 times. I apologize if this is a little bit repetitious. What should we draw? Any suggestions? Now let's look at the chat.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I can't be bothered going through this. Let's just draw anything. What do you want to draw? Let's draw the
Let's draw Zach's funeral. I already drew my funeral.
Let's draw Zach, Michael, and Adam living in the apocalypse, in the pandemic, in a house together. That's a show I'd like a lot.
Yeah, that's a cool show. Three bros.
Michael, you gonna come live with us in LA when that happens?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll be back when travel is lifted in about, I'd say, like 4 years or something.
Okay. Did you hear that it's supposed to peak? Oh, we're in full lockdown for 2 months in LA now.
Yeah.
It just
I know.
was
I heard.
announced.
That's insane. It'll probably hit Australia soon too.
Well, look. Let's always look at the bright side of life. We'll call the show Three Bros and a Bug. That rolls off the tongue. Number one. Three bros.
Wait, is the bug in you in the show, or is the bug separate?
We don't know.
from us?
That's the season 12 finale. That's the teaser.
Oh, so it says three friends and a brother, and we don't. It's the bug could be in one of us.
Yeah, it's like the thing.
Oh, I thought is it something where like the viewers know for a while?
No,
but
it's
the characters in the show don't know.
It's not like the Alfred Hitchcock thing where we tell the audience there's a bomb. No, they don't know either. Nobody really knows.
Yeah, well, after all, it is the invisible
God
enemy.
Damn it!
What?
Is that me? You fuck.
This is Adam after 1 week of quarantine.
Wait, Adam, have you stocked up? I want to know everything about what you've done with regards to this. Have you got canned food? Did you get toilet paper?
Well, I was one of the skeptics. Unlike Zach,
about a week ago, I said, Adam, you probably want to get toilet paper. I think tomorrow people are going to start panic buying. Anyway, no, it's fine. I'll go pick some up. And
that's not true.
I
Wait a
did.
minute.
I told you.
That's not.
That is. And I said, you're not going to find.
I don't know who to
I
believe.
said, you're not going to find any. And you went, I'll find some. And then you called me. I went to 3 places and I couldn't find any.
So, are you stocked up now, Adam?
God damn that picture.
Well, this is after the bug. This isn't now.
So it does make me feel like I feel like I look like that right now. But the bug, I mean the toilet paper.
Are we really talking about a bug on a fucking live stream right now? How'd this happen? Adam, how'd that happen? We're animes. We're not supposed to be talking about a bug on live stream.
Jesus Christ. Drawing. So I didn't have toilet paper, and then Zach was flaunting his stash, and he was so generous. He gave me some of his.
Which, by the way, I've got to clarify because people might write over this. I bought it on Amazon, and I bought it before people started hoarding it. And the day that everybody started doing it is the day I got mine.
No, he messaged me. He said he bought about 80,000 packets and was pushing elderly people out of the way
I'll
to
tell you
grab
something.
them.
There was a 93-year-old woman. I kicked her as hard as I could.
Pulled the woman's arm off.
She let out the most horrifying noise ever. I didn't know people could make that kind of noise when I kicked her. It was blood curdling. It was a primal.
Is that really Adam? Adam, do you look like that? Just haven't seen you in so long.
This is Adam after he's eaten only Spam and like canned ravioli for a week.
Adam, what have you been eating? Adam, I want to know about your dinner meals.
Yeah, what's
I've been eating normal food actually. I haven't yet dug into eating like I bought 2 cans. I have 2 cans of soup.
Have
you know what I
eaten
ate
anything
tonight?
from a can yet?
No.
Why? That's what everyone's doing.
Why do you start with eating from cans? You go to cans once you've gotten through.
No. That's not. You got to get used to it. So when you really need to eat from cans, it's not like a big deal. It's not like, oh my god, I've got to eat from Spam now. Like you do it now, so you're like, okay, I'll be ready for it in about 2 months when this is all I've got.
Zach, I did order the steel baseball bat, so that might be more accurate.
I told Zach to get the steel baseball bat and the machete. I bought 2 machetes. I've got 2.
You bought a machete.
I got 2. I got a $350 machete.
I'll tell you
What
something.
are you?
Dude,
Are you gonna slice
dude,
someone up into bacon?
Adam,
What the
Adam,
hell?
I'll tell you the reason why. Because I work inside a church. I'm working on a little thing right now. And people in pandemics, I bet you this, when it gets really bad, they'll flock to churches. It's gonna be like a fucking zombie movie. They'll want to get in.
Now,
I'm not letting that happen.
luckily, I don't think it's gonna get like anarchy, but I do think idiots are gonna start to try breaking into shit when they don't have enough stuff. I definitely think that's gonna start happening.
Oh yeah,
I don't,
fruit and lot.
better be safe than sorry. And it's also like it's the same thing as just buying canned food. May as well just buy a machete with that. I don't think there's
yeah,
anything wrong with that.
machete. Best case
Gotta
scenario.
get your canned food, your machete. That's such a leap. I was shocked. I asked Zach for proof. He sent me a photo of it.
Of what? The toilet paper or what?
No, the machete.
Oh yeah, it was a nice machete.
Yeah, we
Toilet
both
paper
thought-
makes total sense.
Adam, I think
Do I
you
have a
to get
beaver
thing now.
tail? What is that? Oh, it's Alan. I mean, it's alien.
Adam, are you still working from home?
What?
Working from home?
I am working from home. We have to work from home until May 1st.
Oh no. Oh, that's annoying.
Are you working from? You're working in a church, but
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're even allowed to go there.
I'll work from home probably starting from today. I'm here by myself, but I still don't want to really be here. I'll go to home now.
Has the quarantine thing really been severe over there? And people were fighting over toilet paper there.
They were fighting. It's interesting. They were fighting over toilet paper before the rest of the
Yeah, I
world,
saw
but we
that.
haven't.
That's actually what made me.
yet.
That's what made me do it. Is I saw somebody pull a knife on somebody else in a fucking Australian thing over toilet paper. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna. It's the logic of I hope I never have to use a big fucking a beautiful sharp sword. I hope I never have to use it.
No, you'd never want to use that. But it's just like putting your seatbelt on. It really
No,
is.
exactly. What do you? I'm gonna get made fun of for having one. I'm gonna get made fun of more is if I get hacked up or stabbed to death in my fucking apartment.
Yeah. But with your chunks on live stream, and I will live stream that if you get killed while having coronavirus.
By the way, this is Michael. This is you and me, and that's Adam. This is us kind of going, Adam,
Yeah.
what's going on, man? You're kind of freaking out a little bit.
Yeah, Adam, you're
guys
not the same. This is all that spam.
Did you guys already die at this point? And those are like your spirits.
No,
I'm
this is
left with your
this
body?
is us. This is us just concerned for you because you're kind of having an episode.
Well, is this in the future? Is this like 10 years into the pandemic?
I'm browner than that.
This is a week. Yeah, you're right. This is.
Is this a week from now?
The Dow Jones is down 20,000 points.
Adam's
Donald Trump has been
pigmentation.
tested positive, and the Queen has been tested for positive.
Adam's
and
pigmentation's changed since because of the horrible virus.
yeah.
He's mutated to survive. No, I'm only kidding.
I'm invincible.
We'll make you your real color. What do you think you are? Are you closer to yellow or red?
I think like a yellow, red. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be like maybe like
Yellow. Yeah, there you go. That's
Yeah.
probably better.
yeah.
Adam B. I want to see you eat from a can of spam. We should do that on stream.
I will never eat spam.
Well,
I don't.
you-
want
Yes,
to.
you will.
Yeah, you
Adam,
will.
you will. When the Dow
Adam.
Jones is at 5,000 points, you're going to be eating from spam, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat spam. I have.
Yes,
I'll-
Adam.
Why is it
Adam,
eating
you're saying it like
spam?
it's a
What are you
choice,
about?
Adam. Adam,
It's
you're
not like what are you going to eat? A fine dining? What are you talking
Adam,
about?
there's not gonna be any IHOP Denny's no more.
I shan't be eating spam. That's gross. That's disgusting.
What? Why is it? What are you eating, Michael, right now?
Oh, for now, I'm just eating like nice pasta and tomato. I'm not eating spam either. I'm just eating some pasta, some tomato. What I do is I get chicken. I got some chicken, and I put it in the
This is
freezer, and I just I defrost that, and I usually have a little chicken pasta tomato
That's actually
thing.
and you thought of that
I was
yourself.
thinking about this for a while. Yeah, I did think about that myself
I
actually.
love that.
And I was Uber Eating for a while, and I like doing this. It's nice cooking little meals.
Very wholesome. Is that my mushroom shirt? My Super
Yeah.
Mario mushroom
This
shirt
is your iconic shirt
that I always wear.
that you wear literally everywhere, and it pisses a lot of people off.
Mushroom shirt. We love it,
Wait,
Adam.
what color is the mushroom? Is it
It's
tan?
red on the top, right,
yeah,
and white
yeah,
spots.
Yeah, that's what it. And also, I was trying to think of. It's got skin color for a face, doesn't it?
That's Toad, but
Well,
right?
that's. I mean, no. I mean, that's Toad.
That's Toad.
That's common knowledge. It's knowledge 101. That's obviously Toad. Hey, dude. I didn't want to embarrass you at the party, but that was obviously Toad.
Adam, you should actually grow a mustache like that, I think.
Adam,
That's awful.
Adam, if you don't look like this by the end of the pandemic, I'm gonna be really pissed off because I went through all the effort of drawing this.
That's hate.
This is my pandemic mustache now. Oh dear. So this is how it was going to end. I knew it was going to end with us three in
Oh,
a
what
call like
happened
this.
to his eye up there? Oh, there we go.
It's leftover.
Oh, you know what that
Um,
is? Yeah, it is. There we go.
be that. Yeah, that's right.
What I can do also is I can make it almost a gradient. So it's like, you see? Now, we have to put, it wouldn't be added without the defining character trait. And you know which one I'm talking about.
Zach, I think you'd be much greener than that, than your nice. Why am I looking grosser than you? You've got COVID-19 in your body.
This should be, just to change it up, I think you're right. This would be blue, number one, and I would be green.
Yeah. That's a nice little palette.
It's my famous forehead vein.
Yeah, I mean, everyone meets you within seconds. They immediately go, did you,
They always message me about the Adam P vein, and I don't know what to say. It's always an awkward thing to talk about.
I go, your guess is as good as mine. I wish I could help you.
No.
I wish I could help you.
Zach, how are you feeling? Is your fever, has it gotten worse?
It's gone up to, it's in the mid-90s now, which is fine.
Oh,
I mean,
Mid-90s?
it's gone higher. Sorry, 99 point, like mid-99s, I mean.
oh.
I was going to say.
It has gotten higher. But
Is that my lip?
yeah, I'm trying to think of a way. I haven't drawn it so long. I forgot how to shade anything. Oh, I know what to do. Put a backlight on it, which makes no sense. But
It's like underlit?
yes,
Or it's
yeah,
got reflected light?
you're being hit with a cool light source.
You should,
cool.
yeah, you should put underlight under that double chin. How are you doing? Is that just a green line and you just delete it after?
Yeah, I told you about
Second-
I told you about that the first day I met you. The green line.
Hmm. So this is the green line.
This is what I was telling you about day one.
So Adam, how else have you been? What's been going on?
Besides
any little-
besides the superbug.
Besides the pandemic.
I'm worried about New York. My family's in New York. I don't really want it to be that
Skip.
bad over there.
By the numbers there.
Yeah, and what else has happened? I don't know. I hate working from home. This sucks. This fucking sucks. I mean,
The apocalypse sucks. I
Dude,
hate
the
this.
apocalypse bites, man.
The pandemic's kind of lame, guys.
Has anybody ever thought of like not doing this? It's kind of not good.
Can we just not and say we didn't? Okay, cool.
how about you, Michael? How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm. It's a bit weird, but yeah, I think I echo
odd.
everyone else.
It's a bit bizarre.
It's a bit strange. This is quarantine in the apocalypse and the Wuhan bug, but that's just how life is, I suppose.
The good news is I have it in my veins right as we speak.
I guess we should update just in case you've just joined the
Oh yeah,
stream.
you
Zach
just
is
joined.
feeling a
I'm
little sick.
100% confirmed. No, I'm not 100% confirmed, but do the math, people. I'm in Los Angeles County. I've got horrible body aches. I never have. I've got. I'll tell you what. This doesn't even end there. I've also got. I just realized I put that on the wrong side.
No, I like that. Leave it like that.
Right, maybe I will. Maybe I will then. I don't know. Maybe I just will then. All right, now that's three bros and a bug.
I like that.
Oh wait a minute.
It almost seems like a movie poster.
That is this could be a new Paramount movie.
Should we just drop all our projects and work on this as a movie that we can
Yeah,
fund, get the audience
to
to
be
fund?
honest, I don't even like. And now, Adam, we haven't said the thing we're working on. You know what it is, but just don't say it. Now we could drop that. I don't think anybody likes. You and I hate that, anyways, Michael. It's a bad property, bad IP.
Yeah, it's not good.
Let's
Not good.
drop-
Over it. Sick of it.
I think people are gonna hate it anyway. So let's just drop
Yeah,
it and just not even let people get disappointed in the first place. And let's just
Do three bros and a bug.
three bros and a bug.
Yeah. Adam, how would you feel about that? I guess you're the star too. It seems going on.
Yeah. No,
I
he
guess
is
I'm
the-
okay with this.
He's the fucking-
Would you drop your job to do this? You have to do it. You have,
Three rows and a bug.
you have to be exclusive. I'm sorry, you can't do anything else. No side projects.
Yeah. But the good news is we're gonna
Well-
give you like a $90,000 development deal, but you can't ever make money again.
Do I get back end?
No.
on this?
Yeah, you do, but
You
it's
won't,
one.
you won't. It's. We can talk about that later. You probably won't. We will be skimming off about 40%, seeing as we are your agents slash managers slash coming up with the
Yeah.
idea. But it
Well,
will
I mean,
be
I
good
feel
for
like
your
using
career.
my likeness, though. I mean, I don't know. I feel.
You would think you doing all the work means you get more money, but that ain't how it
Oh,
works.
don't,
So,
don't
yeah,
worry.
yeah.
Adam, we would never take your likeness and put it into a character in a TV show and steal your identity. What are you talking
You
about?
never base a character off. You steal your identity, steal your voice, steal everything about you, steal your social security number, and put it in a character and profit off of it.
Absolutely,
I mean,
no,
that's
would never ever.
I mean, that's too insanity right there.
I trust you.
Oh.
That vein is getting brighter. That's how it glows.
I'll
That's
tell
how
you
you
something
know
that just
the bug
happened.
is near.
I'll tell you something. Flash has crashed, folks.
Wait, really? Did
Yeah.
you lose your drawing?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to reboot.
Wait,
And
let me re-screen grab it real quick. How do you do that? I don't know how to fucking do that on my
All right, I did.
my
it, I did it.
PC.
oh, we have it in case you did. All right, guys. I'm actually gonna very quickly stop streaming. We're gonna jump back. We're probably gonna go for another 15 minutes or something. We'll actually draw some more pictures, but I'm just gonna very quickly
Aw.
fix this. Just to make sure that he's wrong.